Hi guys, it's Bree here with brees.stitching.stuff and welcome to my channel. It's episode 24. It's January 29th, 2021. Welcome back to you and me. Oh my goodness. It's been a minute, right? My last video was back in November. So thanks for sticking by and keeping subscribing and checking in on me once in a while. It's been really nice kind of just sitting back and watching you guys and connecting over on Instagram and seeing what everybody's been working on, because I haven't been doing a whole bunch of cross stitch, you guys. It's been a rough time, but I'm back and I'm hoping that I can get back into some kind of routine of doing a couple of floss tubes once in a while and getting back into cross stitching. So thank you again if you subscribe to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. And if you're new, welcome. I talk about cross stitch and I do quilt as well. So sometimes I show my quilting. So I hope you stick around, get some inspiration, and I'll see you again next time, hopefully. So we're gonna get started. So if you guys remember my last few videos, I told you this 2021, I was gonna do no new starts, and I plan on sticking to that. I also decided that I'm gonna try not to spend much money on cross stitch stuff right now because I have so much going on. I think I have like 63, 64 whips or something like that I really am determined to get mostly done this year, because it's crazy that I have that much floss in my stash, that much fabric in my stash, and that many patterns that are just sitting there and they need to be done. So I'm just gonna do it, you know? So that's probably why I won't make so many videos, because I'm not gonna have any, you know, stash enhancement to show you guys or any new starts. It's just gonna kind of be working on my whips this year. And I also am going to try to make sure I put in, you know, somewhere in the video a before picture of my whips so that you guys kind of can know where I was, because some of these are really old. So let's get into it. I got some whips and I have an FFO and I have a fully finished quilt as well that I'll show at the end, just because I'm super proud of it. So let's get started, okay? So the first one that I wanted to show you guys is Quaker Snowflakes by Hello from Liz Matthews. Oh, it's such a pretty pattern. So I'm doing this one. There's 3 colors in it, and I'm doing the DMC version of it. And I'm doing this on a 16 count navy Aida. And that's all I've gotten done so far. And it's 2 strands. And I did not give myself much space at the bottom. I don't know what I was thinking, but that's what I'm using. And that's all I've gotten done. I love Liz's patterns. They're so pretty and fun to follow because she does a great job making her charts. I love it. All right, the next one is Let's Talk Winter by From Hands On Design. I'm doing this big one. There are 2 small ones that come with it. I'm doing this on a 16 count Aida by Bestitch Me called Dirty Chalkboard. And I'm using a sulky thread conversion. So Kathy has a Facebook group for, I don't know if it's just her Hands On Design Facebook group or if it's the Let's Talk Facebook group. I can't remember, but she does have a conversion for sulky on there. I had already bought my sulky before she had posted that. So I just took the, you know, called for DMC and got a sulky that was close to it. And that's all I've gotten done is just that winter. So sulky is awesome, you guys. I definitely recommend checking them out. They are these things. Oops. It's a 12 weight. Let's see if it'll focus. So, I mean, you can see how thick the strands are. So you only need to use 1 strand to get a really nice coverage. The only problem with sulky is they don't have a ton of colors. So there's, you have to get a just close enough kind of color because there's so many DMC that they just have not been able to get, you know, all the colors in sulky. So you just get a close enough color. which is fine. I mean, nobody knows, right? It's your chart. If it looks close enough, who cares? This one I do have a before picture, so I'll put somewhere in here. And it's the Salt Box Quilt Sampler by Brenda Gervais. I'm not doing it in the box, I'll frame it. I don't have much tabletop space in my house, but I can make space in a wall. And this is on a 32 count even weave by Fortnite called Stinkhorn. And that's what I've got done. So I worked over here. So I think I had the berries done up here, and then I did the house and the tree. This is 2 strands over 2, and I'm using all the called for floss on the chart, which is a mix between DMC and different over dyes. Oh, this one's really pretty. I really like these colors too. And again, I'm a quilter, so it's fun having, you know, these are quilt blocks within the houses. So this one's pretty, and I love this fabric, and I got a good chunk left, so I'll be able to use it for something else one day, which I'm so excited about. I love Fortnite fabrics. Unfortunately, I had to cancel my subscription to them just because we had to kind of start watching what we were spending. I think everybody was having that issue in 2020, right? So this is another one that I have a picture of, and this is a really old WIP. I had started this one like right at the beginning of when I started cross stitching, which was May of 2019. So I started it right around then, and it is the Jardin Privé. I don't know, I can't speak French. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I just call it the ABC sampler. And I did all the called for floss, and then I did it on a 18 count Aida that I coffee tea dyed myself. And like I said, it was at the beginning, so I did not center it very well. I guess I thought it was going to be wider. So that's where I've gotten. This is one of those nice skinny long ones that I'm really excited to have done. So I think I was around here. Like I said, I have a before picture so you guys will see. And so I worked on that. I really love this one. I wish I would have changed the colors though. It's a little too pinky for me, but it's pretty and I love it. I just, you know, like I said, it was at the beginning of my crossing stitch journey, and I just wasn't comfortable changing colors. I wasn't sure, you know, how to do it or if it would work. So I just went with it, but I love it. I did change her hair to blonde, so it matches mine more. Well, it's darker now, but when I first started, I was blonde. So this is my natural color, you guys. I have not had my hair natural for decades, and it got dark. I was like very blonde as a child, and it's slowly gotten darker over time, but it's brown. Oh well. So the next one I was working on is the Welcome Anchor. It's a cross stitch kit. I'm not really sure. I found it on a website, and I can't remember which website. I bought this a while ago, but it's really pretty. So my sister's having her first baby, and they're doing, you know, a nautical theme in the nursery. So I'm doing this for her, and I'm just using the kit stuff, and it's like a 14 count Aida. And that's all I've gotten done. So they're naming the baby Wesley. And so I put that instead of Welcome, and then I'll frame this up for them to put in the nursery, which was fun. A few weeks ago, my mom, my sister-in-law, and my daughter drove out to my sister's house. She lives about an hour away, and we were over there. We helped them set up the baby furniture. We had to build it all and put it all together in the room, and we went through the clothes and all the, you know, little blankies and bibs and all that kind of stuff that she's gotten already, and kind of organized it and figured out what else she kind of needed. We're doing just a little baby shower for her here in February because she's due in April. So we wanted to get, you know, do something for her. I know it's hard to get together and do stuff with people right now, but we're doing a no food baby shower. So we're hoping, you know, it's as safe as we can get. We'll still by celebrating with her, you know. And then I worked on One Nation by Bygone Stitches. If you guys remember, I got mad at this last year and I put it away, and I just pulled it out for the first time to work on it. Janet from Janet Jabber finished hers, and it made me sad that I hadn't worked on it in a while, so I had to pull it out. And I just worked on the white letters and part of the line. So this is a 32 count even weave that I coffee tea dyed myself. I am doing 1 strand over 2. This is Michael's Navy by Weeks Dye Works, and this is Merlot by Weeks Dye Works, and then I think this is B5200 from DMC, I believe. Yes, it is. All in 1 strand, so I love it. It's gonna be so pretty. I follow the hashtag One Nation Sale on Instagram, and seeing everybody's flags at different stages is, I can't wait. It's gonna be so fun as it comes together more. So I'm hoping that I can get back into a better rotation of cross stitching and actually get some of it done. 'Cause, you know, my goal was to have it done by November of this year. So fingers crossed I can actually stick to it and get it done. So my FFO, you guys. So this is a chart that I had started in August of 2019. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it done by Christmas, you know, because I wanted to give it as a gift. Sorry, I just got bangs and they kind of are driving me crazy looking at my video. Anyways, so it's a heavy duty coverage type piece. I don't know, I was a lot more ambitious in my head than I actually was with my stitching ability. So I just finished it this December, so it took over a year, which is fine. And it's Jesus. It was the kit that I had gotten, try not to get too much glare, from Hobby Lobby. So I just used all the called for, or all the kit stuff. So it came with like the ivory Ada, and then it was just all the threads that it came with. So he turned out really good. I found this frame at Hobby Lobby, and then I got the mat to go with it. So it's an 8x10 cutout, and then this is like what, 11x16 or whatever frame, whatever's the standard. I just bought off the shelf. I didn't do any custom frame or anything for it. But yeah, I'm really proud of it. I'm really excited that it's done. It was not my favorite thing to stitch. I think it's just because it's so boring in color. I mean, and then when you're up close, you can't really see what you're stitching anyways. It's when you pull it back that you can tell what you're stitching, which is, it's awesome. I can't believe like this is cross stitch. Like it has all that shading and detail. Like that's cross stitch. That's crazy to me. It's awesome though. I'm really, really excited about it. So yeah, I'll be gifting this to this weekend, and it'll be out of my house finally and be done, and I'll never stitch it again because it was not fun for me. I would though love one day to do some kind of full coverage, because I kind of liked having a project that I can kind of just throw in some X's on once in a while and just kind of see it grow. It was kind of a fun process in that sense, but yeah, it's all done. I'm so excited. It turned out super cool. It's a cool pattern, you guys. And then that is all my cross stitch. So my plans are to continue working on all my whips. I do have like a binder that I have like a calendar in that I put in the day that I'm working on whatever, just to kind of keep an idea of like how often I'm cross stitching, when I'm working on stuff, you know, just for my own. And then I do have like project detail cards that I have in there that I put, you know, like the name of the chart, the name of the designer, the floss that I used, the fabric that I'm using, and then I'll put notes in there like if I'm using 1 strand, if I'm using 2 strands, that kind of thing. Or if, you know, if I got the chart, like I have a couple like the Stitch Mania project, you know, ones, I'll put like those kind of notes and stuff in there. Or if it's with a sale, I'll put that kind of information on there, which is nice. Because when you have a lot going on with whips, it's hard to remember sometimes all the different information. So it's nice I can pull it out and be like, what did I do on this one again? And I can, you know, flip through and find it in my project binder that I have for my cross stitch, which is really, really nice. Yeah, like I said, I have nothing to show you guys as far as, you know, stitchy shopping stuff, just because I haven't been shopping for stitchy stuff. I'm afraid that I might be too tempted to actually start something, and I don't want to. I have plenty to start, and a lot of it is brand new to me because if you guys remember last year, I was just putting like 200 stitches in all of my charts that I wanted to start for this year, because there's a Facebook group for No New Starts 2021, and that was one of the rules, was you had to have a minimum of 200 stitches on it. So a lot of these, you know, the picture doesn't really make a bunch of sense for me, so it kind of is like a new start. So I think I'll be okay this year. I do have a quilt that I wanted to show you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, because it's kind of big and I don't have much space between the camera and standing. So this is from Fat Quarter Shop. So I do their, they have like a quilty box that you get every month, and it has patterns, fabric, and then other like little notions and goodies and stuff like that. So this was the pattern for 2019. It was barn blocks. So you can see each one of these you'd get every month, and you'd work on it. So I did all the called for. It's my first black, white, and gray quilt I've ever made. But yeah, there's 12 blocks that I worked on, and this took me a long time. It took me about a year. I didn't stay up to it every year like on like the box. I kind of just I collected all the patterns first, and then I got the fabric and I cut it all out, and then I started piecing it together. But I love it. It's a good one. And then the back is just like a nice buffalo check. And then I did a black and white polka dot ending. This was a fun one to work on. I was really excited to have it done because this was on my list of I have to get it finished type quilts. Because I also have whips in my quilty world as well as whips in my cross stitch world. So I'm trying to get through everything because there's so many pretty fabrics and you want to make so many different things. And luckily I have a really supportive husband who thinks it's hilarious that we have, you know, 8 quilts per person in this house because I can't give them away. Oh well. But that is it. I just want to do a quick little personal update just because I haven't been on in so long. And so the reason is we've been having at the end of last year, starting in October, we started having some mental health and behavioral health issues with one of our kids. And it's just been a process. This country needs to normalize mental health and behavioral health and make it more accepting for parents and families and friends to get the help they need and not feel ashamed, because there's nothing to be ashamed about. It's just how your brain works. There's nothing you can do about that, you know? And the fact that there are so many doctors and therapists and people out there that know how to help you, it needs to be normalized. So, you know, we have to find a way to make life a lot easier for people that have behavioral or mental health issues. It needs help, especially after 2020 and everything that's been going on. These kids and us adults, we're gonna need help. We're gonna need therapists. We're gonna need doctors to help us get through that, because it's been traumatizing for a lot of people. We're very fortunate in the area that we're at. There's some amazing groups to work with. DBT, check it out. If you're looking at needing some help with different kinds of therapy, because there's tons out there, and this one has been working really well for our family. So that's why I've just been kind of all, you know, away from YouTube and making videos and cross stitching, just because trying to figure out where we need to be as a family right now. So but yeah, we're on that. I think we're on the path of getting to be a more comfortable spot with what's going on in our treatment program right now. So yeah, it's normalize mental health, you guys. You know, be accepting of all people and understand that everybody has their own struggles, right? So we just got to keep loving on each other. So anyways, thank you guys for checking in with me. It's been fun seeing everybody over on Instagram and people making Flosstubes. There's been so many new Flosstubers out there and lots of new videos. It's hard to keep up, but it's nice. I have my few that I like to follow, and it's nice being able to catch up with them and seeing what's going on in their lives. And I love the cross stitch community. It's been awesome. So I really want to thank you guys again for stopping by, checking out my stuff. I hopefully will make another video here soon. I know my 1 year is coming up, so I'll try to make one at least then. But until I see you guys next time, stay happy, stay healthy, stay calm. Bye.